Hello, seeing me again with Mr. B. And today I would like to share this very important discussion and topic, which is entitled Basic Ideas in Semantics. In the previous meeting, we have already discussed about anything about semantics as the introduction. And now I'm going to talk about basic ideas in semantics. This basic ideas in semantics we are going to talk about, the speaker's meaning and the sentence meaning, right? Then you are going to know what is the definition of speaker's meaning, while what is the definition of sentence or word meaning. So in general speaking, I can say that this is actually the very general discussion, okay? Because you are going to know what is the definition of the semantic, and I will give you the definition of the semantic. But then the first thing you have to know is kenapa sih kita harus belajar semantics, alright? Kenapa sih dalam pendidikan bahasa Inggris kita harus mau tahu semantik, oke? Okay? And apakah pragmatik saja nggak cukup, kok harus ada semantik? Apakah diskurs saja nggak cukup, kok harus ada semantik, and so on and so on. Then you are going to know, right? Kenapa you sebagai mahasiswa pendidikan bahasa Inggris juga harus mengetahui semantik. Alright, so here we go. We are facing what is definition of the semantic, and semantic is the study of meaning in language. Again, semantic is the study of meaning in language. So in every language, it delivers a meaning. All right, whether it is the spoken language or it is the written language. So it has a meaning. Okay, so ada nggak bahasa-bahasa atau kata-kata yang tidak memiliki meaning? Ya ada, alright, orang yang ngomong banyak, but actually that people do not deliver meaning. But then ada orang yang ngomong hanya satu atau dua kata, alright, tetapi dia sangat meaningful. Nah, itu yang dinamakan dengan semantics, right? Itulah kenapa kita juga memerlukan semantics. Why? Karena setiap kita ngomong, setiap kita berbicara, setiap kita menyampaikan pendapat, setiap kita menulis, it should deliver meaning. It should contain a meaning. Alright. Kalau nggak ada meaning, berarti bahasa yang you sampaikan atau kata atau kalimat yang you sampaikan itu tidak bisa diterima oleh pendengar or lawan bicara, alright, or halayak umum. Okay, that is the importance of this semantic. So again, semantic is study of meaning in language. Maybe something like this. Ketika you mendapatkan banyak berita, alright, atau ketika you mengikuti suatu diskusi atau suatu perkuliahan, atau you mendengarkan teman-teman you ngobrol dan sebagainya, sometimes you don't get any meaning. Ya maksudnya gimana sih bapak itu ngomongnya apa? Or ibu itu bicaranya tentang apa sih? Or temanku itu bicaranya tentang apa? Ngomongnya maksudnya gimana, right? When you are questioning about the content of the sentence, the meaning of the sentence means that orang yang ngomong itu tidak bisa menyampaikan kalimat atau menyampaikan kata ya dengan meaning yang tepat. Okay, you get the point? So here it is the definition of semantic. Then pada basic ideas, alright, I would like to deliver two parts of basic ideas. The first one is speaker meaning, and the second one is sentence meaning. Now on kita bicara tentang speaker meaning. Speaker meaning ya, speaker orang yang berbicara. Is what a speaker means. Again, is what a speaker means. For example, intends to convey apa yang dia sampaikan when he uses a piece of language. Itu namanya speaker meaning. Alright, itu namanya speaker meaning. So, ketika you berada dalam diskusi, baik itu organization atau pada diskusi ilmiah atau diskusi non ilmiah, alright, you pasti menyampaikan atau you pasti menggunakan speaker meaning. Okay, speaker meaning. Speaker meaning means you menyampaikan apa yang you maksud, apa yang you ingin sampaikan. Alright, dengan apa? Dengan menggunakan bahasa. Oke, dengan menggunakan bahasa. Nah, pada hal tertentu, for example, when you want to ask, alright, in this lecture session, kemudian, sorry sir, can I ask you, misalkan bertanya, nah itu sudah menggunakan speaker meaning, alright, sudah menggunakan speaker meaning. You mengutarakan pendapat you mengutarakan argumentasi you menyampaikan ide you, alright, or even keberatan you, it is part of the speaker meaning, right? It is part of the speaker meaning. The other example is ketika you berada di, berada di hospital atau berada di station atau berada di harbor, right? Nah, berada di airport, ketika you menyampaikan apa namanya sesuatu kepada petugas kru, misalkan itu adalah bagian dari speaker meaning, alright? Bagian dari speaker meaning. Misalkan lagi ketika you berada di station, kemudian you telah makan, ada bungkus makanan yang ada di your hand, alright, you kemudian menghampiri kru dan menyampaikan excuse me sambil menunjukkan ini, itu bagian dari speaker meaning, alright. Artinya apa? Artinya you menggunakan bahasa excuse me gitu aja dengan menunjukkan sampahnya itu, lalu si krunya menyampaikan, oh apa tuh ya, dustbin, tempat sampahnya di sana, garbage di sana. Nah, seperti itu. That is speaker meanings. Banyak ya speaker meaning yang bisa kita sampaikan. Contohnya seperti misalkan seorang dalang, right? Seorang dalang itu menyampaikan speaker meanings. Speaker means, right? Even though kita yang melihatnya itu belum tentu tahu ya, atau belum tentu memahami apa yang disampaikan si dalang. Right? But si dalang menyampaikan speaker meaning-nya dia, menyampaikan bahasanya dia, menyampaikan ceritanya dia, apa yang dia maksudkan, and so on. That is the speaker meaning. Alright. Contoh yang lain lagi, example, ketika ketika presiden menyampaikan programnya, that is the speaker meaning. Alright, that is the speaker meaning. Ketika pimpinan kita menyampaikan programnya, that is the part of speaker meaning. Atau ketika orang tuamu menyuruh kamu, that is the speaker meaning. Nah, ketika orang tua menyuruh kamu dan kamu tidak melaksanakan itu, what does it mean? It means that you lack of the information. You tidak bisa menangkap speaker meaning. Karena you tidak bisa menangkap bahasa yang disampaikan orang tuamu kepada kamu. Okay, that is the speaker meaning. So, the second one is sentence meaning atau word meaning. Is what a sentence atau word means. What a sentence or word means. Apa yang dimaksud oleh si kalimat itu? Apa yang dimaksud oleh si kata itu? Okay, the example what it counts as the equivalent of in the language concerns. That is the sentence meaning pada word. Contoh, ada pada ketika you berada di petrol station, di pom bensin, right? Di sana ada gambar rokok kemudian disilang. That is actually the word meaning and sentence meaning. Artinya apa? Ya, dengan seperti itu ada larangan. Alright, ada larangan. Ada lagi the examples ketika you membeli produk, alright, apakah itu mobile atau HP atau apa barang elektronik, di sana ada sentences, okay, ada instruction dan seterusnya. Nah, this instruction ataupun SOP ataupun manual, right, it is meant by the sentence meaning atau word meaning. Oke. Okay. Kemudian kalau ada word meaning itu misalkan ketika ujian, alright, ketika ada ujian, mohon tidak berisik atau dilarang berisik, atau ada ujian, ada kata-kata ada ujian. Tadi itu word meaning. Artinya apa? Artinya you jangan berisik. Ya, artinya apa? You jangan berisik. Kata buka dan tutup, that is the word meaning. Okay, open and close. When you come to, when you come to the supermarkets or the restaurants, di sana ada kata open atau di sana ada kata buka. So kata open and kata buka itu actually very for meaning bahwa the restaurant, the supermarket are ready to service you. Alright. Otherwise ada kata close, ada kata tutup, berarti mereka sudah tidak akan melayani kita. That is the word meaning. Dan banyak contoh-contoh yang lain yang bisa ditemukan. Oke. Nah, coba kita latihan, alright, latihan. Apakah kita bisa mengidentifikasi, alright, pada kalimat-kalimat di bawah ini, 9 kalimat ini, oke, dengan your statement, apakah true or false? Oke, true or false. Contoh, alive means, alive means the opposite of death. True or false? Oke, true. Ya, misalkan true. By has an opposite meaning for cells. True, misalkan ya. Kaisar is and is not a meaningful English sentence. Karena orang Indonesia juga ada yang namanya kaisar, right? False, misalnya. Kaisar is a prime number in non-sensils. Okay, false. Kaisar is a man in nonsensicals. Ya, false. Kan ya. Both of John's parents are married to aunts of mine is in a sense a contradictory, describing an impossible situation. Yeah, true. If the sentence John's killed Bill is true any situation, then so is the sentence Bill is alive? Ya, Bill hidup ya, membunuh kan? Sorry, John kill Bill. Ya enggak, false. If someone says, "Can you pass the salt?" He is normally not asking about his hearer's ability to pass the salt, but requesting the hearer to pass the salt. True. If someone says, "I try to buy some rice," his hearers would normally infer that ini nggak terlihat. Okay, that he had actually failed to buy rice. True. Okay, true. Coba kita lihat ya. Feedbacknya. Nah, true, false, true, false. Ya, nomor 9 tadi. True. Oke, kita practice yang kedua. Practice think carefully about each of the following general statements and try to say whether it is true or false. Proper name like English John or Germany Hans or French jeans have a different kind of meaning from common nouns like Englishman or German men's or French homie. True. Preposition like English under and German under and French sauce have different kind of meaning for both proper names and common nouns. Ya sama ya, under, other, and so sama. True. Conjunction like English and German and French have yet a further kind of meaning from both proper names and common nouns and preposition to false. Articles English the, kalau Jerman itu der, kalau French itu le, have a different kind of meaning from proper names. Ya, kita lihat true, true ya. Oke, berarti memang meskipun maknanya sama, tapi kalau diikuti oleh proper name bisa memiliki makna yang berbeda. Gitu. Oke, itu aja dari saya. Thank you very much for your attention. See you again in the different topic of discussion on semantics in English language. Goodbye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.